96.7 KCAL rocks. Time for us to catch up on what went down in sports over the weekend with our guy, Pep. Pep, what's going on?
Oh, Patrick, it's painful on this Monday, but I promise to you, I promise to all the rockers out there to always come correct, always bring the truth. My 49ers, man, are in a tailspin right now. I don't know what's going on. The Brock Purdy magic is over. The defense can't stop anybody. They lost their third game in a row to the Cincinnati Bengals. And on top of that, the Rams got hammered by the Dallas Cowboys. Patrick, I'm coming correct, man. Seattle might be the best team right now in the NFC West. It's painful, but it's the truth.
It's so wild how things can change so quickly in the NFL. I mean, I have to agree with you. When I was watching the Cowboys, I was like, who's this? You know what I mean? They were just dominating, and Dak looked great. And I mean, to the 49ers credit a little bit, it's like Joe Burrow woke up. Because, I mean,
Yes.
Look at him at the beginning of the year. I mean, he looked awful. He looked terrible. We had never seen him be so bad. But it seems like the Bengals have kind of woke up. And, yeah, the 49ers are going through a tough time right now. It's just the way it is, I guess. In this league, it's tough, man.
Man, it's super tough. And it feels like the Bengals and 49ers kind of flipped spots, because the 49ers started out so good. And remember, they destroyed Dallas on Sunday Night Football. And everyone's like, no doubt, San Francisco's the best team in the NFL. They are the most complete. There's nobody else that can rival them right now. Maybe Kansas City, but they're the best. All of a sudden, they fell off a cliff, and Cincinnati, who looked awful the first couple games of the year, now they look great. Joe Burr, he woke up from his slumber, and they look great right now. So, yeah, the NFL is just so finicky. Right when you think you figured it out, from week to week, it changes. But really, with the 49ers getting beat at home against the Bengals, and then the Rams lost 43-20, where Dak Prescott looked like the man through 4 touchdown passes. I'm serious, man. The Seattle Seahawks, man, we don't talk about them enough, but they're just very consistent, and they might be the best team in the division when it's all said and done.
I think we did find out that Cleveland's defense is actually really tough because the 49ers did lose to Cleveland, and we tried as hard as we could to give that game away. But it did seem where I was like, you know what? Nobody wants to admit it because it is the Browns, but they do look very good on the defensive side of the ball. And P.J. Walker, he's not bad, man.
No, he's not, man. He's doing a fine job at quarterback, stepping in there for Deshaun Watson. And yeah, the Browns, that was the first loss for the 49ers in this 3-game losing streak. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, I don't follow the Browns that closely. I know their defense is okay. No, better than okay. They might have the best defense in the NFL. So that was a good win for Seattle. So anyways, just trying to spit some truth this morning. I can't believe what's going on in the NFC West. It's just madhouse right now. So
no, yeah, I do not think the Seattle Seahawks were going to be your division leaders at this point. But nevertheless, even how we're talking right now, it's going to change.
Yeah. Well, for example, another example in the NFL, Kansas City getting manhandled by the Denver Broncos. It was 24-9. Yes, Patrick Mahomes, they said he had the flu, so obviously he was not 100%, but still, you would think there's enough around him, like they would, raise him up and do the heavy lifting for the Chiefs. They did it, man. They lost to the Broncos, who the Dolphins put 70 on the Broncos a couple weeks ago.
And now the Broncos snapped a 12-game losing streak to the Chiefs. Unbelievable, this NFL.
Oh, and maybe the best part, the Broncos at the stadium there in Denver played Taylor Swift Shake It Off at the end as the players were leaving, at the end of the game. How amazing is that?
A lot of pressure on that couple, man. Everything. Yeah. She's here. She's not here.
Yeah.
They're taunting him. It's going to be tough, man.
And Patrick, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the stats prove that the Chiefs are actually better when Taylor Swift is in attendance watching Travis Kelce. I don't know what the win-loss is, but it's been proven. They play a lot better. So maybe he's trying to show off and impress her. I have no idea.
Andy Reid is like, she's welcome anytime.
It's just weird. One of those weird stats. Tonight on Monday Night Football, if you're into that sort of thing, the Silver and Black, the Raiders will take on the Detroit Lions, who, again, the Detroit Lions are another one of those teams, maybe like the 49ers, that came out of the gate real hot. And they've kind of cooled off a little bit, so I feel like the Lions are trying to, right the ship, so to speak, this early in the season, as we're about the midway point, I would say, of the NFL season.
Yep, so we made it to the midway point, and it'll be so interesting to see what happens because we don't know.
No, from week to week, man. And next week I'll be like, man, yep, Told you, 49ers, best team in the NFL. They look great, so who knows?
Wild.
But what I am looking forward to, Patrick, as we transition to college football is tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we will see the College Football Playoff Committee's first top 4 teams in the nation. We kind of think we know who the top 4 are, but they will officially unveil it for the first time this year, and it looks like the Washington Huskies from out of the Pac-12 should be in the top 4. If not, they're going to be like the 5th team, like right on the bubble.
Right. I mean, that's basically what we're paying attention to, is a little Pac-12 pride before this thing dissolves right in front of our eyes next year. But you're right. UW is at 5th right now. Are they going to get in there? I think they should be.
Yeah, and again, we still have a lot of football. This is gonna change over the next couple of weeks, especially down in the SEC and in the Big Ten, where they're gonna kind of eat their own. Right? There's some big head-to-head matchups, like Michigan against Ohio State, for example. So there's a lot still to be said. But for the first time, at least this year, the College Football Playoff Committee will put out their top 4. So it's kind of fun to see where they're at.
It's like when the Coachella lineup comes out. There's going to be bitching and moaning. It's so funny to hear people say they actually want the BCS computer back. Remember all the bitching about that?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, exactly. And remember, they used to have, there would be, 2 national champions. It'd be, the AP poll and, the coaches poll. It's like you'd have 2 national champions in 1 year because, there was no college football playoff. So, I don't know. There's no perfect system, but here we are.
Here we are.
And the other thing I wanted to mention, too, so Coach Prime in Colorado, of course, they come to Southern California this weekend. UCLA beats them. But the big news was at the Rose Bowl that during the game, Colorado, I guess they roll with a lot of bling. The Colorado players, all their jewelry was stolen from the locker room at the Rose Bowl during the game. So the game finishes, the Buffaloes go back to their locker room, and their stuff is gone, Patrick.
Not cool at all, man. I can remember a big thing, speaking of Coachella again, the safe guys. Oh, what am I trying? I can't remember what the profession is. The locksmiths, excuse me. They bring in safes for the artists to put their jewelry in. It sounds like Prime Time is going to have to do the same thing. That's not cool, dude.
Yeah. How is there not security, or how is there not, like you said, something to lock it up in?
Right. Well, inside job, baby.
It's fishy. And listen, come on. I know the Rose Bowl's old, but there's got to be video cameras set up in every nook and cranny in that place. So I hope they get to the bottom of this, because that's not right.
No.
So that's jacked up. All right, let's talk a little baseball. We've got Game 3 of the World Series tonight, and we are all even at 1 game apiece. Rangers versus Diamondbacks. I'll be honest, I really don't care who wins this World Series. I'm not really into either team, but I do want to see it go 7 games and have a little bit of drama at the end. And hopefully it will be. It looks like it's gone back and forth in the first 2 games.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to go back and forth. I could see it going all the way to 7. My kids are pulling for Corey Seager. Mm-hmm. They seem to love him still from the Dodgers, and it was very reminiscent when he hit that home run again. It was kind of the same feeling they had during the Dodgers, but right. They come right out of the gate. Oh, man, the Rangers. And then the answer backs. That's their new name. Yeah. They came back. So here we go with baseball, man.
Man, like they always do. Yeah, Corey Seager, if you're looking for a local rooting interest, the former Rancho Cucamonga Quake, who was a star for the Dodgers, doing it for the Texas Rangers. And, Patrick, I thought about this actually over the weekend. In this past offseason, Clayton Kershaw wasn't sure if he was even going to come back to baseball. He might have retired. And everyone thought he might go home. I say home, but, the home state of Texas and play for the Rangers. He could be in this spot right now. You could say Clayton Kershaw's the reason the Dodgers aren't in this spot. I'm not going to go there, but I'm just saying he could be on his home state team, the Texas Rangers, playing for a World Series. But he decided to go back to the Dodgers, and we're waiting to see if he's going to come back next year to the Dodgers or the Rangers or just baseball in general.
Seager could be paving the way for the big cat to come on back home, man. We can't wait to see what happens. We got our Monday Night Football. We got our World Series baseball. It's time to enjoy our Monday pep. Tell them how to get your stuff.
And I didn't even mention my Kings beating the Lakers in overtime last night. Not even going to mention that. Inland Sports, check us out anytime. Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel, so check it out. It's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep. There we go, dude.